Okay, hi friends. It's SkeinyLegend Podcast with myself, Anna, SkeinyLegend. We are again in a new location, and I am trying to determine how terrible of an idea it is for me filming, because the place we're staying is on like a very busy street, and it is quite loud. Thus, we're doing the real mic kind of thing. If anyone wants to buy me one of those tiny microphones, that'd be nice. But for now, we have this not so professional setup. So now I will pause and listen to this and see how terrible the background noise is. Hold, please. Okay, I feel like it's fine. Deal with it, I guess. It's been a while. Also, Eric's playing guitar upstairs. This is so stupid. Why am I doing this? Whatever. It's been a while. I feel guilty because I was on such a good schedule. But then the last place we were in Puebla, home of mole poblano, the chocolate sauce mole stuff, really delicious, whatever. The last place we were was kind of like this one giant room. It had rooms but no doors between the rooms, so there was no chance in hell that I was filming a podcast there. So we're here now. We're in Jalapa in the state of Veracruz. And this is like one of the coffee growing regions of Mexico, and so we're gonna go visit some coffee farms later on, and hopefully that's good. I love coffee. So far it's been great. I've only been here for a couple of days. Anyway, but we're really here to talk about knitting, right? None of my knitting has been going incredibly well, but let's just get into it. Right? First thing that has gone decently well, that looks actually heinous, is this sock. Oh my god. Actually looking at the sock is insane. The ribbed sock plus the not ribbed foot looks redonkulous, but this is a sock for Eric, so that's why it's fucking huge. Like, what do I have to say about the sock? It is like a 2x2 rib and then just a regular foot. I did an I'm just podcasting. Anyway, I did an anatomical toe on this one because, like, Eric lefts and rights his socks. Like, every time he puts them on, he looks at them and is like, this one's a left sock, this one's a right sock. Which, like, actually doesn't make sense if you think about it too much, because when we're doing laundry and I'm folding them, I don't separate them into left and right socks, I just pair them up. And they're all the same, like, he's a multi-pack, you know? Anyway, and for some reason, I was always like, oh, I'll do an anatomical toe for you. And he was like, nah, man, but this time I just did it, and I think it'll change his life, because this one's obviously a left. Right? So, and he tried it on and quite liked it, so thank you, Johanna, Knitted, for the instructions on this toe, and for preaching the evangelicalism of the anatomical toe. I think Eric will be forever in your debt. And I started the next one, which is over there. Well, I'll show it. Okay, and I've made some good progress on the second. He likes a pretty long sock, so I still have a little more to go until I do the heel. Maybe I'll count the rows, maybe I'll just hold them up to each other and hope that they're similar. Honestly, I did zoom in on the Cider House socks. Cider House? By Summerly Knits and like copy the cuff because I liked the cuff. In hindsight, I kind of wish I had just done 2 red stripes, but there's 3. And then I was like lightly considering doing the cabling, but there's no way the cables would have shown up in this yarn. But the top, these are 2 colors of Sadness Garn Sisu, And then this bottom stuff is, I don't remember the brand anymore, but some Australian merino. It's 100% merino. So we'll see how that holds up, but whatever, I'm down to darn. Indeed a darn. So it is what it is. I'm knitting them on 2.5 millimeter needles, so pretty tight gauge. Hopefully that'll help with the longevity of the sock. And Eric picked up this like salt and pepper color. I'd originally knit it into a different sock that turned out super ugly, so we are now moving on to this. If there's leftovers, I will use it to knit myself some socks. I don't know if there'll be enough for that, but I am like dying for some sock yarn because I have been really loving wearing the hand knit shorty socks, even in this kind of like warmer weather, summer like climate. So I'm kind of jonesing for some more, but like I did not bring that much sock yarn with me because I didn't think I'd like the hand knit sock summer hot humid lifestyle, but I do. So that was a regret. And I can't find sock yarn anywhere here, like nowhere. There is not a single like local yarn store of the kind that I'm kind of used to going to anywhere that I can find, which is kind of sad. So if anyone wants to mail me some sock yarn to Mexico, that'd be sweet. I don't really know how mail works here. Also, we're moving, whatever, it doesn't matter, okay? Like, I will survive. I'm just jonesing to knit some socks, so I'm hoping that there's like enough left over of that I could knit myself a pair of socks out of it. I don't think there will be, but such is life, I guess. Whatever, moving on. Those are just some born-ass socks. Next, I have like a self-drafted tank top that I completely started and finished since we talked. It's like I opened up the Jessie Made Summer Secret crop pattern, like looked at it and was like, I don't want to do this, but maybe kind of use some of the stitch counts. But even then, I don't think I did anything at the summer gauge, and I knit it top down. Anyways, I hate it. Spoiler alert, I hate it. This, if you'll recall, I need to set up. This, if you'll recall from my, like, what I packed to bring to Mexico video, was a crochet top. And it turned out that I had actually double stranded that crochet top. So while frogging it, I had to, like, pull the strands apart. And then there's just, like, so many knots in here. And I just decided to leave these knots because I was not weaving in that many ends. And I don't know, it had potential. Okay, so I started off by doing a fun little folded neckline, and then I knit the front, and then I knit the back a little taller because I looked at pictures online of, I think, the Audrey top by Petite Knit, because the thing I don't like about this so much about the Summer Secret crop is like the back is very exposed, so I wanted to have like a higher back, high neck kind of deal, so I did that. So this is actually the back. That's the front. And then I knit the whole body, and then I picked up and did I-cord straps and like edges around the armholes. And so like the whole top part turned out okay, but then I ran out of yarn, so it's like more cropped than I wanted. And then I honestly did and redid the bind off 3 or 4 times, and I still hate it. Right now it's just like, I think, a purled bind off, and it just rolls, and I hate it. And I tried to do a folded bind off, but like it wasn't working. Maybe I should have done an I-cord bind off now I think about it. But honestly, I just hate this. The yarn is fine. It's like some bamboo rayon, let's be honest, yarn. And it's kind of a cool like browny purple blackish color. But realistically, this is gonna go into like a closet and never be seen again. I wore it once and I just don't like it. Maybe, I don't know, I might just ditch it here because I don't need to carry this around with me. I don't think I'm gonna reuse the yarn because it's in like millions of like little meter long pieces. I have no idea what I was doing when I was crocheting this top. Like, I don't know why there's so many ends. There were so many ends. And then because it was doubled, every end was like 2 ends. Oh, God, what a nightmare. Anyways, it's so boring. I did all the stockinette for like literally no reason. It's just, yeah, I hate it. I hate everything about it. But like the concept I think was good with the folded hems and then the I-cord at the end straps. I feel like that has potential. There's honking outside, whatever. But I hate that. So I might just like compost it or something. Hide it in a hole, leave it by accident behind in Airbnb. I don't know. But I don't know, it's just sad to think about. Do I have anything fun that I can interject in the middle here? Not really. I feel like all my podcasts have been so depressing. Also, this light is kind of bad. It's rainy. Why am I doing this? Whatever. Let's talk about a little bit of triumphs for a second, and that is a baby knit. Because hide your kids, or don't. Tell me if you have kids, because I am obsessed with baby knits. I'm obsessed with baby knits. They're so satisfying. If you're in a knitting slump and you happen to tangentially know a baby or a child in your life, I highly recommend a baby knit. Takes like no yarn, takes like no time. Super cute. And like engaging, because knitting the stockinette of a body that big is like not a big deal. And I did this. And it is sickening. Look at it. I haven't been blocked because this is acrylic. I have asked for lots of advice. Everyone tells me I should probably steam block it or just toss it in the washer dryer, neither of which are things I have access to at this time. So she's looking a little lumpy dumpy, but I think it'll all even out in time. But this is like a modified tulip sweater by Hip Knit Shop. You know, the pattern is supposed to be done in a mohair, I think. I just did it in some like very cheap and cheerful acrylic I found down here. What else is different? I didn't buy the pattern, guys. I just put the motif on a sweater. So a lot of zooming in was happening. I don't really think necessarily any of this is accurate, but the tulips turned out really good. I don't like love how much blue, here we go, how much blue I did before I started the tulips on the sleeves. I kind of wish I had a stripe or something in there. And then itchy, I ran out of the dark blue. So I kind of wanted a dark blue collar as well, but I think the yellow is cute. Some little float action. Floats. I did like a little bit of ladder back jacquard over the tulips, and then some just regular float catching. I kind of wish I caught my floats a little bit more often. I did like 5 stitches in my max. I think I should have gone down to like 4 or 3 because some of these floats like a little long. I feel like maybe like as you're trying to put on a sleeve, you might like get caught in a float. Let's be trying to put it on. This would fit me. It won't, but I kind of want one. Super easy. You knit one side of the front, the other side of the front, join them together, knit a little bit more of the front, add on the back, join it around, add some sleeves. And yeah, what else can I say about this? I just think it's so cute, stunning. I originally chose different colors, and if I have a photo, I'll insert it, but they looked awful. And so then I ended up changing to this kind of blue color scheme, which I think is cute because, you know, if it's a boy, it's a flower sweater, but it's blue, and if it's a girl, it's blue, it's a flower sweater, so like easy. And I think this is kind of approximately a size, I don't know babies, but like I think it's approximately a 2-year-old size. Probably could fit like a 1.5-year-old, like oversized. But yeah, this is really cute. I'm excited to hopefully block it, have it look a little more smooth, maybe get a little softer because it's like a little bit squeaky acrylic feeling. But other than that, I think it's cute, and that leads me into, oh, this looks like a real mess the way I have it right now, but I have started a strawberry sweater. Kind of started. So this is also by Hip Knit Shop, and it's strawberries. So this is the leftovers, because originally I was gonna do a yellow background on the tulip sweater, but it looked terrible, awful. So I'm trying the yellow background on the strawberry sweater. Huge bus is going by. I think it's fine. Strawberry sweater, basically the same construction. It's got these cute strawberries. So this is a little bit of flat 3-stranded color work, which is kind of a nightmare to do, if we're being honest. But I'm kind of powering through. I also wish the stem maybe was 1 stitch taller, but whatever. And then later, it does call for some little like seeds to be done. I figured I would just stitch those on at the end if I feel like it. It's kind of getting tomato right now. Maybe I should have just committed and done tomato. But I'm honestly just using my leftovers for this, so I don't even know if I have enough of the yellow to do it, but I'm thinking do this and then maybe do the green, because I'll have tons of this green for like collar, cuffs, and ribbing. Could be kind of cute. But yeah, I've obviously just barely started. I'm just on the back section of the yoke now. And I don't know, it's going well, I think. And it's one of those things where like if I hate it, this didn't take very long to do. So like if I don't finish it, like whatever. Baby sweaters, incredible. And doing them on 4mm needles with, yeah, some like Mexican acrylic that I found for like $1 a ball in one of the yarn stores I went to. So those have been triumphs. Moving right along, I'm not like going off on so many crazy tangents today. Let's see if anything inspires me to tangent sometime soon. The Moon Crush. So I was working on my Moon Crush tank. If you'll recall, we came to a crossroads in which it was scandalously short, like boob napkin short, like under boob showing short, and I was like, this is not happening. So I frogged it, and I was thinking about doing it again, but I just didn't really like it with the yarn I was doing. I think I should use a bit of a thicker yarn. I think it calls for fingering, but it really should be more of a sport. And so I'm on the hunt for new yarn for that. I haven't really found anything that is spark joy yet, so I was like, okay, I definitely want to use this Trailheads yarn that I got for a top altogether. And then I was like, fuck it. I actually packed on this trip I own 1 tube top, okay? And I packed it and brought it on this trip, and I'm kind of like, I kind of love the tube top lifestyle. I kind of love the feeling and how I feel like I look in a tube top. So I was like, let's knit a tube top. And I did like poke around on Ravelry, and like there are a couple of patterns, but then I was like, do I really need a pattern to knit a tube top? And I decided no. That did involve me knitting probably a good 2 inches of a tube top, realizing it was way too big, and then having to frog and restart. But this, it's on a really small needle now. This is where we're at right now. How like fun is this? So I'm just doing like random stripes and randomly changing them whenever I want, not like all along the side or something. And then I don't know if you can see. Okay, let's sit down. So I started by doing a picot edge because I thought it'd be cute, and also I figured that like the little holes of the picot would be big enough. You know how like there's a hole because you do yarn over, right? Anyways, I figured those holes would be big enough for me to thread some elastic in at the end because I didn't really want to fiddle around with putting it in and like closing the picot edge around it because like fiddly. So I ended up getting some elastic, and I will put some elastic in here to hopefully keep this up, covering the yiddies. And then I kind of looked at my tube top and realized that the front kind of comes up compared to the back when you lay it flat. So if you can kind of see on the green stripe, yeah, you can see it really clearly there. In this green stripe, I did some short rows. And so the top, the back of it, what am I trying to say? You know, the front is raised up by maybe like half an inch to an inch, so it's a little bit more coverage over the boobies. And then I knit in a tube. I'm knitting these on 2.75 millimeter needles, so it's taking me forever, but like getting kind of hopefully a not see-through fabric. This is my like TV knitting show, and sometimes Eric kindly chooses the next color for me, which is like kind of fun and interactive. And then I knit until like it was gonna come to the whatever where my boobs start going into not being boobs anymore. And then I did a couple little centered double decreases, which I had to do like 7 times because I always think I remember how to do a centered double decrease, but I don't. I do it wrong, but now they're nice and like focus. Whatever, can you tell they're nice and centered and double? Alright, so I did a couple centered double decreases right here. And then now I'm just gonna knit either until I run out of yarn. So look at my little balls. Either until I run out of yarn, which I don't think I will, or it's long enough. And for some reason, I was supposed to have like 100, whatever, the bundle I got, they were all supposed to be the same length, but like the purple's way bigger. And I've been like making conscious effort to use more purple too. So I think I will use this for the bottom, and I think I'll try and do a bottom folded hem as well. I just need to think in advance to like thread a spare needle through, because that's the thing, is like I hate picking up the stitches to do a folded hem, and I don't want to sew it down either. So I think if I remember at the right time to thread in a extra cable, then I can just knit it all together at the end. Then maybe I will successfully do a folded hem, unlike my other fucking tank top that I don't even want to talk about or look, and I think I just might put in the garbage, which is wasteful. So I won't do that, but I might, and that's my prerogative. So yeah, this is going well. I think it'll be cute. I'm excited to wear it. It's giving summer. It's giving summer. And that has been living in my cute little project bag that I hand sewed. I have one more thing to talk about. I guess we're already at 23 minutes, so that's fine. We'll just move on. Last things last is my Sankthan's scarf. Which way is front? This way. So, I don't know. Can you see it? It's just a really pretty lacy scarf. I was very generously, gorgeously gifted some beautiful lace weight, it's like teeny tiny alpaca when I was in Australia, and I managed to go to like a cute little knit night with one of Eric's friends' moms. It was amazing, like actually incredible, and they so kindly gifted me this yarn, and I have been just waiting to find a good product for it. I did attempt, I don't know if I even made it on the podcast, but I attempted a Windy Fields, I think it's called, something like that, from 52 Weeks of Shawls, but it was so ugly and I hated it. And then I decided, like, I'm tired of making my own decisions and having my own original thoughts, so I was like, Sierra, what should I make? And they were like, I am gonna make this, and I was like, okay, I'll make it too, and I'll buy us a pattern. And I did. And so it's just this really nice scarf. I don't know. It's got some cabling. It has some like lacy eyelet details, which you probably can't see, and it has some noops. Did you guys know it's pronounced noops? Can you see them? Like the little like lumpy bits, the little lumpy boys. N-U-P-P. Probably it's a noop. Now I'm taking the one lady whose tutorial on noops I watched as knowing how to pronounce it, but like she spent a good 30 seconds of the 3-minute tutorial saying that it's pronounced noop like soup, not nup like cup, because it's Estonian. I don't know Estonian. This lady seemed to know Estonian, so I guess it's noops. I kind of prefer nups, but now it's like can't get it out of my mind as not being noops. So this does have noops, which are not my favorite. Same as like I kind of hate baubles. I think they're so ugly. Any pattern with bauble, A noop on a wearable like a garment also for me would be I feel like I saw the craziest t-shirt where there was just like a line of baubles like right across the nipple line. I was like, why would you want like 25 little nipples on your shirt? I don't know. I don't want that. But in this, I don't mind them. And there's only a couple. There's only like 9 per good chunk size repeat. So like I'm willing to do it. I do them with a crochet hook like the Noop lady told me to, and so far it's been going great. It's like I probably could memorize the pattern, but I can't really. So it involves a little bit of me like pausing my show and checking the pattern, and I'm like, okay, cool, and then continuing along. So this is a more of a focused project for me, but I really love it. I've done 2 repeats of the called for 14, but I'm thinking I will probably just knit it. I have 2 of these, so I'm just gonna knit. We'll see how far I get with one, and then if it seems like half a scarf, then I'll just knit another half of the scarf, and otherwise I'll knit the called for length. But this, once it's blocked, it's over for all y'all. Once this is blocked, it's gonna be crazy, especially because this whole bottom part, like I did knit into that other scarf, so I used ramen yarn, and now that I'm using like the nice fresh straight yarn at the top, it's so nice. So loving this, very meditative. I did kind of mess up down here, but whatever, no one can see it, right? It's fine. It's fine. I know it's there. You know it's there now, but that's fine. Otherwise, that's all I had to say. Okay, I need to double check with, but guess what, everybody? I want to give away. I entered an Instagram giveaway, and I won. And it was for an advent calendar of yarn from Silly Goose Yarns. She's doing a Grease, like the movie musical, themed advent this year, and I commented on an Instagram post and won. And I'm so excited, and I can't believe I'm not gonna get it till November. But I guess so. That's technically an acquisition, I guess. But stay tuned until November. Who knows where I'll be? I'm getting it sent to my parents' house. But just keep, actually you don't, but me, I'm gonna keep commenting on Instagram giveaways. Turns out people actually do win. People like me. So that's very exciting. What else is going on? We have another, it's almost the end of April, which is crazy. So we have about another month in Mexico, which is exciting. And then we're meeting up with some friends in Baja California who live in LA, and then they're going to drive us back home with them to LA, hang out in LA for a couple days, and then head to my hometown of Vancouver for a little bit. So those are the moves that are going to be happening in the next little bit. I'm hoping to keep knitting, and I'm hoping to podcast a little bit more. Johanna, this one's for you. I know you need some more content. I hope everyone liked my Pocky t-shirt that you could barely see, but like my Pocky pocket. Cute. And I think that's it. This was a surprisingly succinct and not tangent tea podcast. So you're welcome if you like that, and I'm sorry if you don't. And I will hopefully, be back soon. Please like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Follow me on Instagram. I'm in an upswing of Instagram right now. I'm addicted to Instagram again. So Instagram's a good place to come find me and text me, and we can be friends. Okay? Kisses.